This is what you would see if it wasn't for the hard-working volunteers at Channel 10. But thanks to their great effort, this is what you get.
Gentlemen, I pray you tell me, where a gentle maiden dwelleth named Yum Yum, the ward of Cocoa, in pity speak, oh speak, I pray you.
Why, who are you who ask this question?
Come gather each other at once, but she was betrothed to her guardian, Coco, a cheap tailor, and I saw at once that my suit was hopeless. Overwhelmed with despair, I quitted the town. Judge of my delight when I heard a month ago that Coco had been condemned to death for flirting. I hurried back at once, in the hope of finding Yum Yum at liberty to listen to my protestations.
That is true. Coco was condemned to death for flirting. Yet he was reprieved at the last moment and raised to the exalted rank of Lord High Executioner under the following remarkable circumstances.
Our great Mikado would just man when he to rule our land began resolved to try and hammer by young men might best be steady. So he decreed in words succinct that all who flirted near your wing, unless canoe be all leaving, should forthwith be beheaded, beheaded, beheaded.
But I must try respect, I mortify my pride continually. In point of fact, when all the high officers of state resigned because they would not serve under this ex-tailor, did I not unhesitatingly accept all these offices?
And the salaries attached to them, you accept?
Consequently, it is my degrading duty to serve this upstart as First Lord Chief Justice, Lord High Admiral, Chancellor of the Exchequer, Master of the Buckhounds, Groom of the Backstairs, Archbishop of Titipu, and Lord Mayor both acting and elected. And at a salary, a poobah paid for his services. I, a salary winner. But I do it. It revolts me, but I do it.
And it does you credit.
And I don't stop there. Oh no, oh no. I go and dine with middle-class people for modest fee. I dance at cheap suburban parties for moderate price. I accept drinks from anyone, no matter how low. And I also retail state secrets. And any further information concerning the young comes under the heading of a state secret. Another insult, but I think a light one. Young and despair likewise go to, young the fair, you must not woo, it will not do, I'm sorry for you, you very imperfect evolutioner. To wed the Lord High Executioner. And the brass will crash, and the trumpets play, and the trumpet dash on the wedding day. She'll travel away as all ever with the Lord High Executioner.
And the brass will crash, and the trumpets play, and the trumpet dash on the wedding day. She'll travel away as all other with the Lord High Executioner.
It's a hopeless case, as you may see, and in your place, away I'd flee. But don't blame me, I'm sorry to be of your pleasure, an infusioner. They'll vow to act extremely soon. In point of fact, this afternoon, her honeymoon with that buffoon has ever commences, so you should. And the brass will crash, and the trumpets play, and the rock will dance on their wedding day. She'll travel away, that's all ever, with the Lord High Executioner.
And the brass will crash, and the trumpets play, and the rock will dance on the wedding day. She'll travel away as all others with the Lord High Executioner.
And have I journeyed for a month or nearly to learn that young, whom I love so dearly. This day to Coco is to be united.
The fact appears to be as you've recited. But here he comes, equipped as suits his station. He'll give you any further information.
jail by a set of curious chances, liberated then on bail, on my own recognized senses, wafted by a favoring gale, as one sometimes is in trances, to a height that few can scale, save by long and weary dances, surely never had a mail, under such like circumstances, so adventurous a tale, which may rank with most romances, taken from the county jail, by a set of curious chances, surely never had so adventurous a tale. Devote to the Lord High Executioner. Devote to the noble Lord High Executioner. Gentlemen, I am much moved by this reception. I can only trust that by strict attention to my duty, I shall ensure a continuance of those favors which it shall ever be my study to deserve. If I am ever called upon to act professionally, I happen to think there will be no difficulty in finding plenty of people whose loss will be distinct gain to society at large. As someday it may happen that a victim must be found, I've got a little list of society offenders who might well be underground and who never would be missed, because the pestilential nuisances who write erotic grants, or people who have flabby hands and irritating lamps, or children with tender sets of hairs and buggy eyes, all our filthy eaters who would serve you tofu pies, and all investment counselors whose counsels are a risk, let none of them be missed, let none of them be missed.
He's got 'em on the list, he's got 'em on the list, and none of them be missed, they'll none of them be missed.
There's the so-called politician who has fallen out of grace, and the conservationist, I've got him on the list, of people who give garlic and then blow it in your face. They never would be missed, and the idiot who praises with enthusiastic tone, for centuries but this in every country but his own, and the lady from the provinces who dresses like a guy, who doesn't think she dances but would rather like to try, and that singular anomaly, the lady journalist, I'm sure she'd not be missed,
He's got her on the list, he's got her on the list, and I don't think she'll be missed, I'm sure she'll not be missed.
And the people who write letters to the editor each day and never will desist, I've got them on the list, of candidates denying that they want the UN job. They've none of them been missed, unassist, and apologetic statesmen of a compromising kind, such as what you call him, thingamabob, likewise never mind. And William Vander, what's his name? And also, you know who? The task of filling up the list I'd rather leave to you, but it really doesn't matter who you put on the list. They've none of them be missed, they've none of them be missed.
You may put them on the list, you may put them on the list, and none of them be missed, they'll none of them be missed.
Festivities in connection with my approaching wedding must last a week, and I should like to do them handsomely, and I want to consult you about how much I have to spend on them.
Certainly, in which of my capacities as First Lord Chief Justice, Chancellor of the Exchequer, Privy Purse, or Private Secretary?
Suppose we say as private secretary.
Speaking as your private secretary, I would say that since the city is going to pay for it, don't stitch yourself. Do it well.
Exactly, as the city shall have to pay for it. That is your advice.
Speaking as your private secretary. However, as Chancellor of the Exchequer, I am duty-bound to see that due economy is observed.
But you said just now, don't stint yourself. Do it when?
As private secretary.
And now you say due economy must be observed.
Well, as Chancellor of the Exchequer.
Come over here with the Chancellor can't hear us. Now then, as my solicitor, how do you advise me to deal with this difficulty?
Oh, as your solicitor, I would not hesitate to recommend that you chance it.
Thank you, I will.
Were it not that as Lord Chief Justice, I am bound to see that the law is not violated.
I see. Now come here with the Chief Justice can't hear us. Now then, as First Lord of the Treasury.
As First Lord of the Treasury, I could propose a special vote that would cover all the expenses. But as leader of the opposition, I would have to oppose it. But as Paymaster General, I could cook the accounts so that as Lord High Auditor, I would never discover the fraud. But as Archbishop of Titipu, I would have to denounce my own dishonesty and turn myself into my own custody as First Commissioner of Police.
That's extremely odd.
I don't say that all these distinguished people couldn't be squared. And I think it's right for me to tell you that they wouldn't be insulted in their own estimation unless they were insulted with a very considerable bribe.
Well, the matter should have my careful consideration. But my bribe and the sister's approach, and any little compliment you depart, such as an abject grovel and a characteristic Japanese attitude, would be esteemed in favor.
Is it
used to be.
Oh, you're not going to kiss me in front of all these people, are you?
Well, that was the idea.
It seems rather odd, doesn't it?
It's rather peculiar. Oh, I expect so, right? Must have a beginning somewhere, you know.
Well, of course, I know nothing about these things. But I have no objection if it's usual.
Oh, it's quite usual, I think. Right, Lord Chamberlain?
I have known it done.
Oh, thank goodness that's over.
Oh, why, it's never you! Oh, you must have so many things to go about everywhere. I mean, we don't need to.
Beg your pardon, will you present me?
Oh, it's this gentleman.
One at a time, if you please.
If you please, this is the gentleman who used to play so beautifully on the
Marine Parade.
Oh, yes, I believe that was the name of the instrument.
Sir, I have the misfortune to love your ward, Yum Yum. I know I deserve your anger.
Anger? Not a bit, my boy. Why, I love her myself. A charming little girl, isn't she? Nice hair, pretty eyes, taking little thing altogether. Very happy to have my opinion backed by a competent authority. Thank you very much. Goodbye. Take him away.
Pardon me, but what is this? Customer comes to town?
That is a tremendous weather. Allow me to present you, Booba. These are my 3 wards. The one in the middle is my bride elect.
What do you want me to do to them? I will not kiss them.
Kiss them a little bow, a mere nothing. You needn't mean it, you know.
It goes against the grain. They are not young ladies, they are young persons.
Come, come, make an effort. There's a good nobleman.
I shan't mean it. How do you do, little girls? How do you do? Oh, my protoplasmal ancestor. Oh, don't laugh, don't laugh, don't laugh. It's very difficult for me to say how do you do, little girls, to young persons. I don't usually say how do you do to young persons with anybody under the rank of a stockbroker.
Now, don't laugh at him. He can't help it. He's on the treatment for it. And never mind them. They don't understand the delicacy of a position.
But we understand the delicacy, don't we?
I should say we did. How a nobleman of your importance can do it at all is something I never can, never shall understand.
Happy spring be on us, be on us, it will
night and day for 3 weeks in the belief that your guardian had been beheaded, and now I find that you were to be married to him this very afternoon.
Alas, yes.
But you do not love him.
Alas, no.
Mortified rapture, why do you not refuse him?
Well, what good would it do? He's my guardian. He would never let me marry you.
But I would wait until you were of age.
You forget that in Japan, women do not reach years of discretion until they are 50.
True. From 17 to 49 are considered years of indiscretion.
Besides, a wandering minstrel such as yourself who plays a wind instrument outside tea houses is hardly a fitting husband for the ward of a Lord High Executioner.
But shall I tell her? Yes, she will not betray me. What if it should prove that I am, in fact, no musician?
There, I was certain of it the moment I heard you play.
What if it should prove that I am, in fact, none other than the son of His Majesty, the Mikado?
Son of the Mikado? Why is your Highness in disguise? And what has your Highness done? And will your Highness promise never to do it again?
Some years ago, I had the misfortune to captivate Mattice, an elderly lady of my father's court. She misconstrued my customary affability for expressions of affection and claimed me in marriage under my father's law. My father, the Lucius Junius Brutus of his race, ordered me to marry her within a week, or perish ignominiously upon the scaffold. That night, I fled the court, and assuming the disguise of a second trombone, I joined the band. You found me when I had the happiness of seeing you.
If you please, your Highness, you'd better not come too near. The laws against flirting are excessively severe.
But we are quite alone, and nobody can see us.
Still, that doesn't make it right. To flirt is capital.
It is capital.
We must obey the law.
Deuce take the law.
I wish it would, but it won't.
If it wasn't for that, how happy we might be.
Happy indeed.
If it wasn't for the law, we might be sitting side by side, like that.
Instead of being obliged to sit half a mile off. Like that.
Gazing into each other's eyes, like that.
Breathing sighs of unutterable love.
With our arms around each other's waists, like that.
As it is, we can do nothing of the kind. If it wasn't for the law.
If it wasn't for the law.
Being engaged to Coco, you know.
Being engaged to Coco. Were you not to Coco plighted, I would say in tender tone, loved one, let us be united, let us be each other's own. I would merge our rank and station, worldly sneers are not to us, and to mark my admiration, I would kiss you fondly thus. I would kiss me fondly thus.
But as I'm engaged to Coco, to embrace you thus con poco would distinctly be no Toco, and for that I should get Toco.
Toco,
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 Toco, Toco.
So in spite of all temptation, such a theme I'll not discuss, and on no consideration will I kiss you fondly thus. Will I kiss you fondly thus? Let me make it clear to you, this is what I'll never do. This, oh this, oh this, oh this, this is what I'll never, never do. This, oh this, oh this, oh this, this is what I'll never do.
He'll never do.
I'll never do.
He'll never do.
Oh this, this is what I'll never,
Never do.
To think how much my future happiness is wrapped up in that little parcel. Really, it hardly seems worthwhile. Oh, matrimony. Now then, what is it? Can't you see I'm soliloquizing? You have interrupted the apostrophe, sir.
I'm the bearer of a letter from His Majesty Mikado.
From the Mikado? What will he have to say to me? Ah, it is. I knew it would come sooner or later. The Mikado was struck by the fact that there had been no executions in Titipu for a year, and declares that unless someone is beheaded within a month, the post of Lord High Executioner shall be abolished, the city reduced to the rank of village.
Well, that would involve us all in irretrievable ruin.
Yes, there's no problem. I should have to behead someone at once. The only question is, who?
Well, it seems unkind of you to say so, but since you are already under sentence of death for flirting, everything seems to point to you.
To me? What are you talking about? I can't execute myself. Why not? Why, in the first place, self-decapitation is an extremely difficult, not to mention dangerous thing to attempt. And second, it's suicide, and suicide is a capital offense.
There's so no doubt.
We might reserve that point.
We could argue it 6 months from now at the High Court.
Besides, I don't see how a man can cut off his own head.
Well, man might try.
Even if you succeeded in cutting it half off, that would be something.
There is a desire to show your complicity with the Imperial will.
Pardon me, but there I am adamant. As official headsman, my reputation is at stake, and I can't consent to embark upon a professional operation unless I see my way clear to a successful result.
Well, this professional conscientiousness on your part is very creditable to you. However, it does put us in a very awkward position.
Yes, sir. The awkwardness of your position is grace itself compared with that of a man engaged in the act of cutting off his own head.
I'm afraid unless you find a substitute.
Substitute? Nothing easier. Lord Buba, I appoint you Lord High Substitute.
I am delighted. This would realize my fondest dreams. But no, any sacrifice. I must set bounds on my insatiable ambition. I am so proud, if I call loud, my family pride to be my guide. I volunteer to quit this fear instead of you in a minute or two. But family pride must be denied and set aside and mortified and mortified. My brain it teems with endless schemes, both good and new. Titipu, but if I flip the benefit, then I diffuse the crown would lose. Now every man to aid his clan should plot and plan as best he can.
I heard one day a gentleman say that criminals who are cut in two can hardly feel the fatal steel, and so are slain and slain without much pain. If this is true, it jolly thrill your glory's true to visit you. I am so proud.
My brain it teems with endless schemes, who are cut in two can hardly feel the benefit, and I diffuse the crown would lose. Now every man to aid his clan should plot and plan as best he can. And so, although I'm ready to go, yet recollect with disrespect that I neglected thus affect this aim direct. So I object. And so, although I wish to go, and greatly I do brightly find and take the line of a hero fine with grief time, I must decline.
And go and show, oh friend and foe, how much you dare. I'm quite aware it's your affair. You guide it fair and take your share, but I don't much care. So quiet, chair, but I don't care. So quiet, chair, but I don't care. So quiet, chair, but I don't care. So quiet, chair, so quiet, chair. To sit in solemn silence in a dark, in pestilential prison with a light long, awaiting the sensation of a shot, from a cheap and chippy chopper on a midnight block. To sit in solemn silence in a dull, dark, in a pestilential prison with a light long, awaiting the sensation
sensation. I'm a short, sharp, from a cheap chippy chopper on a big black dog. A dog, 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 a black dog, dog. A short, sharp, a big black dog. To sit in some silence in a pestilential prison and awaiting a sensation from a cheap chippy chopper on a big black dog. Within a month, and that by a man I have loaded with honors. Here's this public gratitude. Is this? Go away, sir. How dare you? Am I never to be permitted to soliloquize?
Go on, don't mind me.
What are you going to do with that rope?
I, sir, am about to terminate an unendurable existence.
Nonsense. Terminate your existence? What for?
Because you are going to marry the girl that I adore.
Nonsense, sir. I am a humane man, and if you attempt anything of the kind, I shall order your instant arrest. Now be sisted once, or I summon my guard.
That's absurd. If you raise the alarm, I instantly perform the happy dispatch with this dagger.
No, this is horrible. What, you cold-blooded scoundrel? Are you aware that taking your own life you're committing a crime which... Substitutes. Is it absolutely certain you are resolved to die?
Absolutely.
And will nothing shake your resolution?
Nothing.
Threats, prayers, entreaties, all useless.
All my mind is made up.
And if you really mean what you say, and you're absolutely resolved to die, and nothing whatever will shake your resolution, then don't spoil yourself in a suicide, but be beheaded handsomely by the public execution.
I don't see how that will benefit me.
You don't. Observe, you'll have a month to live. And you'll live like a fighting cock at my expense. When the day finally comes, there'll be a grand public ceremonial. You'll be the central figure. No one will attempt to deprive you of that distinction. There'll be a procession. Bands marching, dead march, bells tolling, the girls all in tears, yum distracted. And when it's all over, general rejoicing. It'll be marvelous.
Do you really think that Yum would be distracted?
Oh, I am absolutely convinced that Iglesias is the most tender-hearted creature alive.
But I should hate to cause her pain. Perhaps if I were to withdraw from Japan and travel in British Columbia for a couple of years, perhaps I might attempt to forget her.
No, I don't think you could forget Yum that easily. And after all, what is more miserable than a love-blighted life?
True.
Life without Yum seems absurd.
And yet there are so many in the world that have to endure it.
Devils, yes, you are right not to be of that number.
I won't be of their number.
Noble fellow!
I'll tell you how we'll manage it. Let me marry Yum tomorrow, and you may behead me in a month.
No, I draw the line at Yum.
Very well, if you can draw the line, so can I.
No, wait, stop it. Be reasonable. How can I consent to marrying Yum if I'm going to marry Yum myself?
But she'll be a widow in a month. You can marry her then.
That's true, of course. I quite see that, but dear me, my position during the next month will be most unpleasant. Most unpleasant.
But not half so unpleasant as my position at the end of it.
I agree. After all, I'll only be postponing my wedding for a month. But you won't prejudice it against me, will you? You see, I've educated her to be my wife, and she's been taught to regard me as a good and wise man. I shouldn't like her views on that point to be disturbed.
Trust me, she'll never learn the truth from me.
mean to do, we punctually appear.
Congratulate me, gentlemen, I found a volunteer.
From Japanese equivalent of
Tis Nankiku. I think he'll do.
Yes, he'll do.
He gives his life. If I am young, surrender. Now I adore that girl with passion tender, and could not yield her with a ready will. For her of love, if I did not adore myself with passion tender still, with passion tender still.
Ah, yes, he loves himself with passion tender still.
Take her! She's yours.
The threatened dove has passed away.
And brightness of the dawning day.
The golden night may come soon.
Breathes still on the afternoon.
And let the throng our joy dance with laughing song and merry dance. Let the throng our joy dance with laughing song and merry dance. With laughing song and merry dance. With laughing song. With joyous shout, and ringing cheer. Ring out your ring on the ring, with joyous shout and ringing cheer. And on the ring, with joyous shout and ringing cheer. And on the ring,
A day, a week, a month, a year.
Life's eventide comes much too soon.
To live a peace of harmony.
and let the throng our joy dance with laughing song and merry dance. With laughing song and joy and dance. With laughing song and merry dance. With laughing song and merry dance. With laughing song. With joyous shout and ringing cheer. Ring all the ring, ring all the ring, 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 ring. Joyous shout and ringing cheer. Ring all the ring, 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 ring. Joyous shout and ringing cheer. Ring all the ring, 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 ring. Laughing song, merry dance. Laughing song and merry dance.
As in a month you've got to die, if Coco tells us true, 'twere empty compliment to cry from life to Nankipu. But as one right you have to live as a fellow citizen, this toast with 3 times 3 will give. Long life to you. Long life to you. Long life to you. Till then.
Come,